I'm making French bread to go with my broccoli cheddar soup. First, 2 1/3 cups of warm water. You want it like bath water. If it's too hot, you'll kill the yeast. If it's too cold, it's not gonna do anything. 1 tablespoon of yeast. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Sugar is what activates the yeast. Yeast is like a living organism. This shit's alive. Little mix. Put it off to the side for like 5 minutes. You want it nice and foamy on the top. 5 cups of bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour. Bread flour has more protein in it, which gives you that like nice chewy texture. I paid attention sometimes in baking. I'm gonna add a couple teaspoons of salt. Put the salt in the flour and not in like the yeast water, because salt also kills yeast. What the yeast is supposed to look like, you can see it's foamy on the top. And I'm gonna start incorporating my flour. I'm gonna add a little bit at a time. So it's starting to come together and get thicker. Start kneading it by hand. I'm gonna put it on a flat surface now. If it's too wet, add a little bit of flour, but only add a little bit at a time, because adding that little bit will do a big difference. This is what I want it to do, so I'm just gonna keep kneading it for the next like 5 minutes. This is the texture I want. It's sticky, but it's not too sticky, like it's not coming off on my hands. So now it's time to proof. Add some oil to the bowl. Put your dough in like that, and then kind of like get it all around the oil, and flip it like that. Cover it with some plastic wrap. I like to put like a warm, damp towel on top. Let it proof in the warmest part of your house. I like to proof it in the oven with the oven off, and then let it proof until it's double in size. About an hour and a half. All depends on the climate in your house. Now I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch out all these air bubbles. We don't want that. I'll take some flour. I'm gonna cut it in half. This can go there. And then press it down into like a rectangular shape. Like this. And then roll it in and like tuck in, roll and tuck. I'm no professional baker, so she doesn't look the cutest, but it's okay. She's gonna taste good. Now I'm gonna let it rest for another 30 minutes. Okay, she's ready. I'm gonna cut some little slashes in her with my mini butcher's knife. Okay, going into the oven for 400 degrees at about 17 to 20 minutes. Okay, the bread is done. I could have gone a little deeper in my incisions, but I'm still happy. She's gonna taste good. Yes, nice and fluffy. Now I have to eat it with soup.